Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. G, and I am super excited to share this with you because guess what? The Fearless Freedom with Dr. G podcast is a podcast that is a combination. It has solo episodes where I share and talk about my crazy journey so far in facing my fear and the things that I've learned. So there are those. But then the majority of the episodes are with guests. And if you're somebody out there who wants to get a message across and you're looking to get on podcasts, let me tell you, I have some info for you. Okay, so this is going to be a little quick drop in the bucket, but a great starter for you because I'm going to share with you 5 things that are going to be quite helpful in making sure that you are going to be a KickA guest on your next podcast. All right, so are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see what's going to happen. All right. So, 5 tips for success as a podcast guest. Okay. And let me tell you, those of us who have shows truly, truly, truly appreciate these little things. And you can make your host's day, you can make your own day because you're going to shine like a bright, shiny star. So, here we go. So, first tip is mic check. Mic check, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is super important, you guys. The sound is what people are going to hear when you're on a podcast. And so you want to make sure that you maximize the quality of the sound that's coming from you, right? Because if people are distracted by really poor quality sound, guess what? They're not going to be engaged in your message, and you want them to focus on your message and not on, oh my gosh, what is that thing? What is that noise? Or why does it not sound clear? So mic check, please. And that means that you can utilize at the very basic, the microphone that comes with your telephone, those plug-in deals, the earplug microphones, at least that. And if you can level up to something better, then something pretty conservative and under $100, you can do that. But you want to have good sound because you want the focus to be on your message and not a distraction of what is that person sounding like? I can't even hear them. So mic check, please, is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is towel on the tops. And you're like, what? What do you mean towel on the tops? Well, I mean that when you're in a large space, sometimes like if you're in an office, for example, what can happen is there can be a very teeny sound to what you're saying, right? So if you have not followed my first piece of advice, which is you have utilized the in-device microphone on your laptop or the in-device microphone on your phone instead of a mic extension, then you've already kind of leveled down your sound by a notch. And then when you go ahead and you're in a larger room, there's that tinny component that is really distracting when someone's listening. So level up your sound, putting towels on top of surfaces, in particular on top of the desk where you're doing your show from, or you're guesting from, and that will dampen the sound. If you can be in a closet, this is my favorite. I like to do it from the closet. And if you're in a closet, what happens is the carpet, if there's carpet on the floor, or if there are clothes all around you, that provides you with a sound booth and your sound is immaculate. And there's not a whole bunch of that annoying, tinny business that happens. All right. So the next tip is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So hydrate 20 to 30 minutes before you get on to speak on the show. Get those throats and vocal cords nice and ready so that you can have a great conversation. So you're not doing that, that thing what happens when you get the cotton mouth and you're like in the middle of it and you don't have that glass of water or that water bottle ready to go, or a glass of wine, depending on what kind of show it is. I don't know what you do. And so basically you need to have something that's going to help to hydrate you. And so hydrate pre, have access to hydration during, so you don't get cotton mouth. All right. Because nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants to listen to that. There you go. Tip number 4. Oh man, this is one that you definitely need to think about and make sure you do. Because let me tell you, use the potty before. Yes, I said potty. I'm a mom, so that's why. And use the potty beforehand. Make sure that you don't have to be doing the potty dance while you're interviewing, because it sounds really weird when you're jumping around in a chair and you're talking at the same time. So definitely when nature calls, please listen. And if nature's not calling immediately, go and make sure that you empty your bladder just before you get ready to get on, so that you don't have that particular problem plaguing you. All right. And then this probably should have been number 1, but I figured, this may be a no-brainer. Maybe this is not a no-brainer. So I figured I'd put it in here. And prepare your message before you get on. The whole point of getting on someone's show is so that you can share content, you can share about what you're up to with that person's audience. You can, obviously, if the show allows, can promote what you're up to, and you can promote your cause. So say you go on a show and you are definitely thinking about how you can promote child safety locks, right? So this is your cause and you are trying to promote that. Make sure that you have your message completely clear, very succinct, and so that you can deliver it in high fashion, because I know you are. I know you can. So there you go. So just as a recap, I'm going to go over the 5 tips again, just in case you missed it the first time. So mic check, please, is number 1. Number 2 is towel on the tops for that sound dampening. Number 3 is hydrate, hydrate. Number 4 is nature calls. Please, please, please listen. And then number 5 is prepare your message. So now you have the 5 tips for success as a podcast guest. Go out there and share your knowledge, share your content, and light up the airwaves. This is Dr. G, and I hope that you will be strong, be brave, and unleash your greatness.